Right, so today we are doing a back mobility class. So you need a weight, a ball and something to stand on eventually. But we're going to get started. Let's start on your back actually. What a good place to start. I just want you to roll down through your vertebrae one by one. So we're doing lots of little different things for your back today. Good, then when you've lowered yourself all the way down, can you stretch from your fingertips to your toes? So you're lengthening your spine from the very tips of your toes right down up to your fingertips. Good, now from there, can you squeeze in super tight, lift your head up and get into a little tiny ball shape. Just move your head a little bit side to side there. Good, then we're going to go back out into a straight line stretch again. So nice big long spine. And then back into a tight little ball-shaped squeeze. Good, do that a couple more times. So out to a long line stretch. And then into a tight little ball shape. So literally lengthening the spine and then rolling it. Good, now I've done two more then. So squeeze it and pull. Good, and then stretch it out. And then last one, squeeze it and pull. Good, and then stretch it out. Lovely. All right, bring your feet onto the floor, underneath your knees, and just take a few gentle windscreen wiper legs out. So a little bit of side-to-side stuff, just to wake up the base of your spine. Keep your shoulders down. Lovely. And then take your legs to the right a little bit more and stretch the left arm out to the left. Good. Then back to the centre, take your legs to the left and extend out the arm to the right. Good, then come back to the middle. All right, let's do a few spine rolls. So we're going to go up and down through the spine. And I just want you to note when you're going over the top of your spine, if there's any bits that feel a little bit more tender as you roll over them. Mine's actually not too bad today. But if you do roll over a little bit on your back and you think, oh God, what's that? That is where your back is tight and it feels like a little bruise. Alright, so 2 or 3 more of those. Just try to keep your knees the same distance apart from your chest all the time. So you're not kind of swinging your legs over the top. Good, I've done one more, just have a little roll. Good, alright, send your bum back a little bit. Stretch your legs out and just have a little bit of shake out in your legs. Alright, then we're going to cross the legs and just scoot the arms forwards. Good, then bring them back in again. So just kind of wake up your hips and your lower back. Good, so we're going to exhale, scoot forwards. I'm just running my hands forwards here. Just push and return. Good, 2 more then. Push and return. Just noting what both sides of your body feel like if you're reaching forwards. Beautiful. Good. Then you're going to go forwards and on the way back, extend like bow and arrow your left arm to the back. Good. Then we're going to scoot forwards again and bow and arrow your right arm to the back. Good. Scoop it forwards again and bow and arrow the left arm, so left elbow then left hand. And then last one, just add in the first little bit of twist. Good, and then return it back. Shoulder rolls backwards, and then just sit with your legs out a little bit straighter. Bring your arms up into cactus, and I want you to rotate your mid-back here. So we kind of woke up your lower back, now this is your mid-back, alright? So I'm going to try and keep the legs as still as possible, and just rotate the spine. So if you imagine what your spine's doing, from your tailbone to the top of your head, it should be the middle bit of your back that you can feel kind of leading that twist. That's where you should feel it, between your shoulder blades, or maybe an inch lower than that. Good, 3, good, 2, good, 1, and release. Alright, let's flip yourself over into a box position. Just take the hands out a little bit farther in front of you, and I want you to pull back. Good, then shift forward, squeeze your bum cheeks and push your hips down. So first bit of extension here. Good, now pull back, and then forward, squeeze your bum cheeks and push your hips down. Good, well done, pull back, Good. Alright, so bring yourself back up into box position. Just straighten one leg out, have a little bounce through that one. Good. Straighten the other leg out, have a little bounce through that one. Just forwards and backwards a little bit. Good. Then if you plant your hands underneath your shoulders and get your knees underneath your hips, and I want you to drop the hips down and pull your head up. So cat-cow. Good. Take a nice big deep breath. Draw the core in and roll the spine up. Chin chest. Good. Then drop away, push away, lift your head up. Good. Exhaling. So a little bit of movement from your tailbone to the top of your head. Okay, so exhaling, roll it up. It's one of the best stretches you can do to mobilise your back if you're feeling a little bit tight. Exhaling as you roll it up, squeeze, and I really want you to think about where that move is actually coming from. It should be from your core, okay? So you're going to really squeeze it in and then push it out. So when you start to pull up, your belly button squeezes in, which rounds off your lower back. Everything else kind of follows after that. And then inhale, push it away. Good. Exhale, draw it up, squeeze it up. Good. Inhale, push it away. Good. Last one then. Squeeze it up. Now hold this one at the top and give your bum a little bit of side-to-side action. Good. Now drop down the other way. Push out. And again, give your little bum a side-to-side action like you've got the tail wagging it. Lovely. Alright, hit that tabletop position again. And I'm just going to roll the hips out. So I'm taking them out and squeezing. It's like a mini cat-cow, but I'm kind of circling the hips out. Good, so pulling in and circle. So just to activate your lower back, and then change direction, go up and out. Good, up, squeeze it. So you're almost kind of tucking your pelvis in. Good, alright, now stick your left foot, hit a nice tabletop straight back. Stretch the left arm up into the air. Please do not shift your body weight backwards. Now take the left arm and rotate it under. Good. Push to the right hand and stretch it up. Good. And then rotate it under for 2. Good. It's as much about the thread under as it is about the reach up. Okay, so don't just think about just sliding your hand under. Think about pushing it under. Rotating. 2 more then, lift it, good, and rotate it. And then last one, lift it up, good, and rotate it. Right, stay in that rotation. I know you probably can't see me now, but your right hand, can you slide it as far forwards as possible? Good, so you've got your left arm threaded under, and your right arm is now reaching forwards. Please, can you just take your right hand 2 inches to the left, spread your fingers out and start to pull your hips backwards. So you've got a rotated spine, but you're also pulling your hips back for 3. Good, for 2. Good, for 1. Now slide it back underneath your shoulder and thread or unthread your left arm. Take it up to the sky. Good, have a really big reach this time, for 3, good, for 2, for 1, and then release it down. Before you do the other side, can you just sit back and just bring your arms right down by your side. So, a little sit back in child's position, have a little bit of a roll out if you need to. Good, then we're going to do all of that on the other side. Before you do it, just roll your spine up. So you're sitting on your heels, chin chest, lift your head up, stretch those arms up into the air, and then hold the elbows, pull the elbows upwards, and then just a little lean over to the right to pull out of the shoulder and the upper back, and then centre and pull over to the left. Make sure you're still sitting on your bum cheeks. Good, back to the middle, and then open out into cactus, opening 2, 1, and then release. Give your hands a little bit of a wiggle out. Good. All right, back into your box position then. This time, you're going to scoot the right arm up into the air, so right arm up. Good, then thread it under. So I really want you to focus on whether this side feels as tight as the other side, or whether it feels like it's easier to twist it. Good, I want you to kind of note the differences between the sides. So inhale, stretch, and exhale, thread. Good, pushing that hand as far underneath you as possible. So really rotate. Good, 2 more then, so lift it up. Good, and rotate. And then last one, lift it up. Good, and then you're going to stay rotated under again. Alright, so the right arm is threaded under, and you're with a nice big twisted upper back, mid back. Slide the left arm forward, straight, hold it. And then just walk it over to the right a couple of inches. And then really press your palm down. Good, you're going to pull the hips back for 3. Good, pull it out for 2. Good, and then for 1. Now bring your hands back where it came from, slide it under the left, and then draw the right arm back up into the air again. Really stretch this time. 3, 2, 1, and then release. Perfect. Alright, so please can you grab your Pilates ball. Alright, and I want you to take it and put it in your lower back. Now it's going to take you a little time, maybe putting your shorts up your bum, which is not a great thing. Alright, then you're going to take it into your lower back, and I want you to begin with just to come up and balance in tabletop, alright, just so you know it's in the right place really. So make sure you're on the middle of the ball and your knees are above your hips. Just kind of find the tabletop balance. Got it? Alright, so from that balanced position, all I want you to do then is draw those knees in super tight in towards your chest. You've got an elevated child's position. Alright, so focus, draw the knees down. It should feel really nice, that. So I want you to feel this in your lower back really, okay? Alright, so from there, we're then going to take our feet down onto the floor. Alright, and then I want you to roll the ball forward, roll your bum forwards over the top of it, so your bum lands on the floor in front of the ball. Good? Then I want you to open your chest out over the top of the ball, and you're going to take your head back. So your back is now in an extension. Good, now lift your head up, roll the ball back where it came from in your lower back, and then draw the knees back in towards the chest. And we're just coming into the opposite shape. So squeeze those knees downwards. We're going to do this twice more, okay? So, take your feet onto the floor, roll your bum onto the ground in front of the ball. Then re-lower your back, arching it over the ball. Take your arms out into cactus, or you can even spread your arms out onto the floor and drop your head down onto the ground. So the top of your head, if you're in a nice extension, is on the ground. Well, you're near the ground. Good, now lift your head up, roll it back again, and hug your knees back in towards your chest again. Good, so real kind of back extension. Alright, last one then. So take your feet back down onto the floor, bring your bum back down onto the ground, open that chest up, really open it up this time, send the arms a little bit further backwards maybe, and really stretch out for 3, good, for 2, good, for 1, and then pick it up and roll yourself back again, and then hug the knees in super tight towards that chest. Lovely. Alright, from there, if you're kind of stable on your ball, take one leg up to the sky, or kind of it's going actually back over the top of you. So my foot's kind of right over to my head. And then the left leg's going to join it, and it's a bit like plough. If you know what plough is. So the ball is just helping you hamstrings, which will stretch out your lower back. Good, you're going to hold that for 3. Good, hold it for 2. Good, and then return those knees to bent position for 1. All right, take your feet down, roll back over the top, and just sit with your legs crossed for a couple of seconds, and then just have a little reach forward, kind of doing the opposite shape really. Have a little bit of a moment there. Good, now roll the spine all the way back up. Okay, so get rid of the ball, and we're going to use the surface now. Okay, so first thing I want you to do is I want you to get yourself into a position where you're standing kind of on the edge. Alright, so you don't need it to be very high, you only need it to be 2 or 3 inches off the ground. I'm just using my reformer box. Okay? Alright, so stand with your feet and knees hip distance apart. Make sure your toes are not hanging off the edge. Alright, bend your knees a little bit, take a big deep breath, tuck your chin down towards your chest, and I want you to do a roll down towards the floor, like we do when we're stood up. Alright, just get to the bottom, let your head go, and just really feel that lovely feeling of release. Make sure you don't lean forwards. Otherwise we're going to have an accident. Alright? Then roll the spine up, bending into the knees, and roll the spine all the way back up. Chin comes back to the chest, lift the head up, come all the way back up. Good. Alright, go again. So chin comes down to the chest, soft knees. Run the hands down the front of your legs and roll down through each vertebrae. Have you got any tightness there which you'd like to just have a little think about? When you get to the bottom, again let your head go, have a little moment. Now this time, take your arms and just hang your hands a little bit lower than your feet, maybe. Obviously if you can't reach your feet, there's little point in you being stood on something, alright? Now you're going to roll the spine slowly back up, stacking each vertebrae one by one until your chin comes tight and your head comes up last. Right, one more like that, take a nice big deep breath, really focus, try not to wobble from side to side as you roll back down. Come straight down with the spine, really using your core to help you stabilise it, and then again this time downwards and then let the arms go a little bit further down. Just clock where you've got to with those hands. Let your head drop and hold. So your knees are soft. I haven't got straight legs here. My legs are soft. It's all in the spine. Good. Now roll the spine back up again. Come all the way back up. Chin to chest. Lift your head up. And then come all the way back up. Lovely. Alright, so just take yourself off for a second. I want you to grab your weights, alright? Now I'm using a 6, you don't have to use the 6, it just happened to be what was near, alright? So, same position again. So spread your toes out, make sure you've got hip distance apart, legs, and then soften your knees. And I'm going to hold the weight on the ends, okay? Right, chest up, big deep breath in, chin, chest, and just topple forwards again. Rolling down, allowing the weight to pull you downwards towards the feet. Get to the feet to begin with. Alright, now let your head drop. Now, if that is enough, you're just going to hold it like that. Or, if you feel like it, and don't be pressured into doing it, just make sure it's absolutely fine for you. You're going to take the weight over the edge of the surface and allow the weight just to pull your back down a little bit more. Let your head go, let your arms go. So in a normal, healthy spine, this is what you should be able to do, alright? If it's not available, if your hamstrings are too tight, don't panic, just release it off. Alright, then engage the core. Good, come up nice and slowly. Can you bring the weight really close into you so you're not extending forwards, you're using your spine to lift it up. Chin, chest, head up. We're just going to do one more, alright? Then we're done really. So take a nice big deep breath in, and then literally roll the spine down. If the weight's too much, then don't use the weight, alright? You've really got to listen to your body. You might go through a bit that's a bit tighter, alright? It might ease it off, you never know. Good, go to your feet, let your head drop, and then take a super big deep breath and allow that weight to just pull you down even more this Good, nice. Engage that core. Very important to roll the spine back up. Coming all the way back up, chin, chest. Lift your head all the way back up. And then release it off at the top. Good. All right, so the weight's going to go down. Get yourself back down onto the floor. All right, and all I want you to do is roll that bit out. All right, so get yourself down, hug your knees in, and I want you to massage it by using your arms to move your legs out. Really nice. Good. All right, so finishing off with a bit of a twist. Rock yourself back to sitting. All right, take your left leg out nice and straight and bend your right leg up. All right, your right foot is then going to go the other side of your left foot. At this point, if you want to, you could fold the left leg underneath you as well. It's up to you. I'm not going to do that actually because my left knee's not very happy today. All right, I'm going to take my elbow on the outside of my right knee. And I'm going to use the right hand to pull the spine up nice and tall. All right, you're then going to take a super big deep breath and you're going to use the push of the elbow and the pull of the right hand to twist your body. All right, I want you to really sit tall. Please don't lean back on your hand. Good, top of the head up to the sky for 5. Good, for 4. Twisting that spine for 3, 2, 1, and then release it off. Good, shake that little leg out. Have a little bit of a moment. Good, then we're going to change sides, okay? So bending the left leg up. Good, then moving the left foot the other side of the right leg, all right? Then we're going to take the right elbow on the outside of the knee. Don't be surprised if it feels completely different on one side to the other. The other hand's behind you, but you're not leaning back. I don't want your spine collapsing backwards. You've got to use your back hand to push up through the spine to lengthen it. All right, then we're going to use the elbow to add a little bit of twisting, and then we're going to use the hand behind you to pull round as well. All right, so think top of the head to the sky. Tailbone is pushing into the floor, and you're twisting using a push-pull. So you're pushing into the knee and pulling your spine round. Good for 3, good for 2, good for 1, and then release it off. Good. All right, all I want you to do to begin with, to finish off with, is put your feet underneath your knees, squeeze your bum cheeks, and push your hips up. Good, back down again. Good, 2 more, we're done. Squeeze up, push. Squeeze into those glutes. Good, well done. Last one. Push up, squeeze. Now drop your head and hold. Squeeze your bum for 3, 2, 1, and then release. Super duper duper. Well done, my love, today. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I hope you enjoyed that back mobility stretchy session.